Hi guys, and welcome to another youth session. Woo, that wind is going to cause some, sorry about that. I'm standing here at the Kimiat golf course. It's a 9-hole golf course in the middle of Moroleta. Beautiful facility, as you can see behind me. And I don't know if you can see that grey building, that's actually Parkview Shopping Centre. So you now kind of have an idea where I am if you've never been here before. But today is that. I actually want to do something different, because churches had to evolve. Churches had to do things differently. And we're doing things differently. I'm actually going to show you a photo of what the camera looks like, because it's raining, so I've had to put my hoodie over it to try and protect it from the rain. But yeah, so my message for you today is not necessarily coming out of the scriptures or the Bible, but actually for you to have a new way of looking at things or doing things, particularly in the way we do church. Sunday mornings now are probably lazy mornings, not getting up on the crack of dawn to try and get to church on time, but rather like lounging around the house. But why can't we go out into places like this? Pretoria is actually a phenomenal, beautiful city. And if you come to think of it, we've got all these little nature reserves around it, because just 5 minutes up from Kimiat is the Moroleta Nature Reserve, or what we also call as Radema's being the restaurant. But so there's this little nature reserve that's for free to go in, and you can go and walk around. There's 2 or 3 hiking trails, quite a long one for 3.5 k's, and there's some other shorter ones. But there's animals there. There's some zebra, there's ostriches, and all kinds of different antelope species, from springbok to impala. They've even got a few bush bucket I've seen at one stage. And you can just go and walk around there in the midst of these animals and almost literally touch the animals. I probably wouldn't, because they are still wild, and the rules say that you shouldn't. But there's a river there, and why don't we start doing church like this? You actually go to places in and around Pretoria which aren't so far away. I mean, there's the Ferry Glen Nature Reserve, there's the Waterkloof Nature Reserve. Pop in your earphones, and whether they're wireless or wire, container wire, but then listen to the morning sermon. Because not only do we send the sermon out as a video, but we also send the sermon out as a short little podcast, which just contains the gospel and the sermon. So do that. Go and spend time in nature, or listen to the videos that I send out in this environment. You don't necessarily need to see my face. You can just listen to what I'm saying. And really just spend time with God in prayer and in solitude and in nature, because that is how God intended this world to be, for us to be in this environment. Yes, these are beautiful manicured lawns behind me, and so that doesn't mean, but even Kimiat has a few Lesbok walking around. You'll see some photos or some video going through now. But I encourage you, don't just sit around at home and moping and saying, oh, well, I can't come to church, and you know, life sucks. Actually get out there. It's probably the best time during this COVID period to actually be out in the environment. It's good for your mental health, it's good for your health. Get some exercise, walk around, go for a run. And there's so many things out there. There's different YouTube channels you can listen to, Christian YouTube channels. There's worship from Hillsong. Go out there, listen to some Christian music on a Sunday morning. Just enjoy it. Spend time with the family. Go out as a family. Maybe as a family, find a quiet spot, hold hands and pray. Pray for protection during this time. Pray for healing if you've been going through a really tough time, maybe you've lost a family member or whatever. So last week we spoke about lamenting. If you need to go out and lament and just cry out to God in an environment like this, then do it. Pretoria it's such a beautiful city, and there's so many beautiful places that you can go out and just enjoy your time with God. So go and do that. So that's my message for you today, is let's do church differently. I'm going to see if we can do something quite interesting next week. Maybe we can go to the Moroleta Nature Reserve, or what we call Radema's, and go for a walk. Because that we can do. We might not be allowed to have a religious gathering, but we can definitely go for a walk as friends, and just enjoy the environment. Maybe just have a prayer or a little short message. We did that a few years ago with the youth at Sunday school. We had an environmental day, and it was phenomenal. So let me see if I can organize that, and I'll get back to you on the WhatsApp group and that. And but really, let's try and even be together in this time, even though it's virtually, even though it is a different way of doing church. But anyway, all the best. I pray for you and every single family member, and all of those of us who are affected or been affected by this virus. Let us know if there's any prayers or requests that you need from us, and we're here to support you, even though we are talking to you through a screen or through a podcast. We really want to engage with you, and we love you, and we would love to gather in some form or another. And hopefully we can do that in the next coming weeks, couple of weeks coming, whatever. I'm getting all tongue-tied now. Enjoy your Sunday, and I hope this message has inspired you to go do something different in church. All right, love you guys. Cheers.